Tama po tayo dito. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Bam. Since napag-usapan na ho itong deficiency, ilang taon ko na rin pinapoint out to, alam niyo naman to sa SUCs, during budget hearing na itong deficiency, nakakakain to ng operating fund or internally generating fund ng SUCs. So yung mga ibang gastusin nila, for example, pang-maintain ng kanilang facilities, gumawa ng bagong extension programs, gumawa ng ibang mga projects, nakakain yun at hindi nila nagagawa. So ilang taon ko na rin yung pinapoint out. In fact, last year, sinabi ko nga, kunin nilang sa ayuda. Dahil last year, ang ayuda is 500 billion. No? Ang hinihingi ng SUCs, only 2 billion. No? So sabi ko, kunin na lang doon, but hindi na-sustain. So, sa ngayon, there are two proposals. Number one is, nabasa ko this morning na ang House of Representatives will fund the 12 billion deficiency. The other proposal is kukunin sa HEDF. Chairperson Agrupis has already committed to fund 8 billion out of the HEDF of CHED. Ang kulang na lang yung 5 billion kasi ang deficiency is about 13. So, since merong motion si Senator Legarda, si Senator Kiko at si Senator Bam, sisiguraduhin namin dito sa Senado na yung 13 billion deficiency, mababayaran lahat ho yan. For sure na ho yan. No? Sisiguraduhin ho namin yan dahil meron ng, at least may mga gustong tumulong kagaya ng CHED at yung House nag-commit. So we will make sure that yung 12 to 13, 12 or 13, sabihin na natin 13, will cover all. Sigurado dito sa Senate, we will fund that. No?
Utang pa lang yan. Pero if we don't correct it, yung sa prospective na mag-enroll, we will commit the same mistakes sa previous years. So, kailangan po ayon sa mag-enroll. Yeah. So that means sa 2026 may 3.5B. Thank you. I just put on record.
What I understand from DBM, they corrected this in 2026 using projections. No, so ito ang dapat namin pag-usapan ni Pres Tirso because yan ang disclosure sa amin ng DBM na starting kasi nga pressure natin sa DBM this past few years, and I thank the SUCs and PASOK for helping the Senate pressure DBM. Ang sinabi sa amin for 2026, they've used projections. No, kaya nagulat ako nung sinabi ni Pres Tirso na meron 3.3 billion deficiency. We will have to, wala kasi ang DBM, no? We will have to coordinate with DBM on this. But, andito ba ang DBM? At sige nga no? Can you, kasi ang sabi sa amin, starting 2026, projection na ang gamit or projected enrollment. No? Not enrollment 2 years ago. No? Dahil kung enrollment 2 years ago, talagang mag-short talaga tayo, no? Sa Senator Bam. So can we get clarification that on for 2026 budget, it's the projected enrollment ang ginamit? Kaya nagulat ako, may 3.3 billion na deficiency pa. So go ahead, ma'am. Can you just identify yourself and answer the questions?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Your Honors. Good morning, everyone po. I'm Director Vivian Labastilla, and I'm also with Director Maricor of the Regional Task Force po ng DBM. Regarding po dun sa FHE computation, Mr. Chair, meron pong two factors. First is the number of enrollees, and second is the tuition and other school fees po. From the budgetary standpoint po, for the number of enrollees, we projected po based on the historical data for the 3 actual years. However, as to the tuition and other school fees, pending the composite fees by virtue of RA 10931, which is not yet formulated by the CHED Unifast to date. So we used po the old tuition rates and other school fees po here, Mr.
Chairman.
Yung yung tuition talaga wala mo na yan. But for the enrollment, is the average growth of the last 3 years. So whatever the average growth, yun ang ginamit niyo to project. Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yes, Senator Bam?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, dyan na natin nakikita yung problema, di ba? So, moving forward, and I discussed this with Chair Agrupis in a previous meeting. Si Commissioner Rick Mar was there in that meeting, no, sa opisina ko. We need to agree on the enrollment figures of the SUCs, no? At kailangan siguraduhin na may pondong kaakibat yung enrollment figures na yun. Ang nangyayari po kasi, nagpo-project yung SUCs, may iba yung projection ng DBM, hindi tumutugma, di ba? For the 2026 budget, we have to agree. Yung projection at yung budget na bibigay, dapat tumutugma siya. And I know the pressure on the SUCs. Pinapressure po kayo ng mga local government leaders, ng mga nanay at tatay, ng mga estudyante, ng mga senador na damihan ng inyong enrollment. In fact, there are some SUCs, practically 1 out of 5 ang tinatanggap, no? So, and we want to support our SUCs even more. So, ang suggestion ko po, Mr. Chairman, since andito na rin tayo, siguraduhin natin for 2026, yung budget na nakalaan, apart from paying out the deficiency, no, that Senator Ligarda brought up, apart from that, now moving forward, yung projections per SUC at yung kaakibat na FHA funding should match, no? Para walang sisihan po, no? Walang sisihan, no? But, wag tayong pumayag na bababa yung enrollment. Dapat pataas yung enrollment because that's really that's where we want to go, no? I requested this kay Chair, ayun, Chairperson Agrupis is here, no? Magandang umaga, ma'am.
Good morning po.
Ito
Sorry,
po,
I'm late.
na-request ko po ito sa kanila. We want to know the true cost per student per SUC. No, we requested for this data. Wala pa yung data na yan. Maybe before the budget is done, we can have that data. Para malaman din ho natin magkano yung ginagastos natin for each of the SUCs per student. No? Isama ho natin yung ating budget, pati yung FHE. We will know how much we're really spending per student across all the 104 SUCs. Alam naman natin yung iba mas mataas talaga, yung iba mas mababa. But by knowing that amount, we will be able to compute better kung magkano yung kailangan nating mapondohan para wala na pong deficiencies moving forward. Dr. Tirso, do you agree na magandang idea ito na meron talaga tayong klaro at transparent na cost per student for every SUC?
We fully agree, Mr. Chair, because that's actually our mandate in the UNIFAST, really to determine that normative fees for our SUCs. And I think the good chair can share it with us that the committee is already doing that.
So you're already starting the analysis, Chairman?
Yeah, good morning everyone, and thank you for this opportunity. Yes po, unfortunately, the mandate of UNIFAST, which requires the composite fee, which is the standardization of fees after 5 years, the transition period has not been addressed. I just signed it. Admittedly, last week lang po nag-umpisa. I just signed already, we already commissioned the consultant to see this. So I am afraid we cannot present the data
For 2026.
2020. No. We give them 6 months to finish the data.
So hindi natin matatapos yan before the budget is done. But moving forward, I think that analysis is very important. Kasi kapag alam na ho natin yan, alam ko naman yung ibang SUCs dito, napakababa talaga per unit, baka imposible na talagang mag-operate at honestly, yung iba napakataas. Gusto rin nating malaman kung bakit napakataas ng iba. Makahanap tayo ng tamang cost per student that will also affect our enrollment, that will also connect to our budgeting for DBM. No? So ako po, minumungkahi ko, kung hindi ho natin ito mahahabol for this year, Mr. Chairman, baka po moving forward, we can have this analysis. But for the meantime, mahalaga po siguro na wala ng deficiency yung ating SUCs. Mabayaran yung kulang, and at the same time, for 2026, we agree. Right now po ba nag-agree ang enrollment projections ninyo sa DBM? Hindi, no? Malayo? Gaano kalayo?
Actually, projection that we have, I think it's 1.97 million
1.97 million.
to a little over 2 million.
Okay.
There is a small increase.
So the current budget is for how many?
There is a shortfall based on this projection of 3.29 billion, Mr. Chair, for 2026.
Would you have an average of ilang estudyante yun? Kayo po, sa DBM, ilang estudyante po yun? Sa inyo pong computation? Because you compute based on the previous year's enrollment, right?
Mr. Chair, meron pong 4.1 billion po. For the fiscal year po.
Di ba nabanggit ho ninyo, kinocompute niyan based on the average 3 years increase? So, how many students po yan?
4.1 po.
Billion.
Million.
No, how many students po yan?
Million po.
Kasi sa pasok ko, it's 1.97 million students.
Opo.
2 million. May konting range kayo, di ba?
Opo. So, 4.1 million po students for 2 semesters.
Sige po, Dr. Tirso.
Mr. Chair, the current number of students that we have this year is around 1.97 million. We projected it next year to be around 2 million. We have an increase of around 300,000 students, more or less. So
Okay.
that deficiency correspond to, as per our RAP computation, around 3.29 billion. So that is our appeal to the committee.
So, yes, I will get to that, Senator Kiko. So, yung 1.97 is current enrollment. You want to add another 300,000. And yun yung hindi napondohan ng DBM, correct, no? Director Vivian, bakit 4 million yung numero po ninyo?
For 2 semesters po yun. And mid-summer po.
No, so divided by 2. Kasi 2 semesters and a
And
summer.
mid-year.
And mid-year. So, roughly 2 million. But hindi pa rin nag-match yung numbers ninyo. You're off by 3.3 billion pesos. Correct? Director Maricor?
For 2025, 3.8 million students. 2024, 3.4
Yeah,
million.
but nag-double counting po kayo kasi you're counting for 2 semesters. So,
Yes.
so paki-divide po by 2, no? Correct?
Yes po, around 2 million po.
Na, can you give us the actual number? Kasi sila 1.97 million to 2 million. Kayo po?
We will submit po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, you will submit. Sige po. Pero itong deficiency na ito, we want to see this gap closed. And I think the chairperson is amenable to, chairperson, you're amenable to making sure this gap is closed at magtutugma naman, no? Yes.
Mr. Chairman, just on
Go
that
ahead.
point, with the permission of Senator Aquino,
1.7.
is it correct to base your projections on the last 3 years, when in fact you already removed, there were deficits in the last 3 years? In other words, if there were no deficits in the last 3 years, di dapat mas marami yung nakapag-enroll. So bakit nyo babasihin dun sa debt sa 3 taong nakaraan na ang lalaki ng deficit ninyo? Ibig sabihin, malaki rin yung mga hindi nakapag-enroll. Hindi ba?
Yeah.
So medyo flawed, yung math na, we will base it on the last 3 years. Last 3 years, hindi nga pinondohan kulang-kulang eh. Kung nilagay mo dapat siguro kung ito ang nilabas na pondo in the last 3 years, ito ang dami ng enrollment na maaari, kaya dapat yun ang projection moving forward, hindi po ba? Hindi po ba? Would you care to comment, Dr. Ronquillo, and perhaps the reaction from the DBM? Tama ba?
Tama po.
Yes, place it on record, no?
You are correct, Mr. Chair, that had there been no deficiency,
Yes.
it could have been a bigger value, a bigger figure.
Kumbaga, hindi hindi scientific eh. Yung projections ng DBM based on the facts, di ba? And the data, and these possible scenarios. Di ba? So just on that point. So clearly, if you were not deficient in the funding, you would have been able to enroll more. So question is, how much would that have been? That should be the basis of your projections moving forward. Hindi po ba? Otherwise, you're